Hey everyone, welcome back to News to the Science, where we discuss comics, movies, games, and more. Here to talk to you about the Marvel actor Jonathan Majors, and a lot of bad things are already happening. You know, they're coming his way. And if you guys don't know and you've been living under a rock, Jonathan Majors was recently charged with aggravated assault and harassment. Supposedly, we've heard word later that the charges should be dropped imminently once the video that these lawyers were talking about that they have about Jonathan Majors is shown to the world and the public, which will prove his innocence, and we have yet to see that video. Other things have come up that have only made Jonathan Majors look worse than what the lawyers had intended to. There were actually text messages that was actually released to the public, but we're all asking, where are those video clips that these lawyers were talking about? Anyways, I have this story that I gotta break to you, and all the comic book channels who do exactly what I do are covering it. But before we get into those details, be sure to like, subscribe, and click on the bell notifications so y'all don't miss anything. I post videos here on a daily, and I do live streams from time to time. Be sure to join my Discord. Follow me over on my socials such as Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch, where you can check out all the kinds of content I post there, especially TikTok. This is coming from an article here online. This reads, the Marvel actor Jonathan Majors was dropped by his management and PR team following the assault and harassment charges, and Marvel actor Jonathan Majors has been dropped. Deadline reported that the Majors was dropped by his longtime managers 3 weeks after the star was arrested in New York on March 25th for an altercation involving a 30-year-old woman who was taken to the hospital with minor injuries to her head and neck. And you all recall that she recanted her claims right after the fact, a little while afterwards. So the publication claims that the decision to part ways with the actor was due to his personal behavior. According to the Manhattan District Attorney's Office, the 33-year-old was charged with assault, attempted assault, harassment, and aggravated harassment. Alongside losing management, Majors' public relations firm, the lead company that represents the likes of Will Smith and Emma Stone, quietly parted ways with him last month, according to Variety. The representatives for both Entertainment 360 and the lead company did not respond immediately to BuzzFeed News' request for comment. Immediately after Majors' arrest, the U.S. Army pulled its Be All You Can Be ad campaign starring the actor over deep concerns around allegations. While Mr. Majors is innocent until proven guilty, prudence dictates that we pull our ads until the investigation into these allegations is complete, a spokesperson said in a statement to the Hollywood Reporter. Majors, who recently starred opposite Michael B. Jordan in the third installment of the boxing franchise Creed, was scheduled to attend the Met Gala on May 1st as a guest of Italian fashion house Valentino. According to Deadline, he will no longer be going in a mutually agreed decision. In a previous statement to BuzzFeed News, Majors' criminal defense attorney Priya Chaudhry maintained that the actor was completely innocent and is provably the victim of an altercation with a woman he knows. Now, I made a video talking about that, and again, like I stated before earlier in this video, we have yet to see any evidence proving his innocence. This lawyer, in particular Priya Chaudhry, swears that the video that they have already in possession will prove his innocence. So why haven't they made the move by showing this clip immediately, just to prove his innocence, so that way he doesn't have to go through this nightmare? He's losing he's losing the PR team. He already lost the management team. He's losing sponsorships. He's losing deals with all these companies. He was removed from the Met Gala invitation that he was going to attend May 1st. You know, this guy's just losing everything left and right. Well, except money. I mean, the guy's got a lot of money by now, I'm sure. But still, it's incredible what he has to deal with and what he's been dealing with lately. And honestly, I think it's the wrong move for like a PR team or a management company to let go of Jonathan Majors. It's innocent until proven guilty. Although he may have been charged, being charged does not necessarily mean you're guilty of anything. They're just charges, and that's it. I say these companies, these PR teams, these management companies continue to work with him accordingly until we actually have a verdict. There's no due process, there's no verdict, therefore he's still an innocent man. I'm sick and tired of people quitting on people because they're involved in a case, whether it be scandal, a harassment case, a case about assault. I mean, look what happened to Rick and Morty's Justin Roiland. The guy was recently charged with supposedly domestic abuse, but due to insufficient evidence, the charges were immediately dropped and he's still a free man. He's technically innocent. So what's going to happen to him? Sorry to go off sidetrack, but you see what I'm talking about here? Like, the whole Rick and Morty team has dropped the creator or the co-creator of Rick and Morty and the one who provides the main voice to like the majority of the characters, including the main characters of the show. And they want to continue on without him. So it like things like this, pulling a fast one where you drop your actors because they were involved in some sort of, scenario where they got in trouble. Like, it's not a good move at all. It can really cost you, and it can really bite you in the ass. And I'm afraid for Jonathan Majors. The only reason why I say this, and again, this is a Marvel/Spider-Man channel. Jonathan Majors is the next big bad in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He plays Kang. Is Marvel Studios going to jump the gun and quickly fire him and just quickly recast him? I mean, he's set to reprise his role in Loki season 2. That show was already done, it was already done filming for the longest. And we're expecting a new season dropping sometime later this year. So at least we're still going to see him in that. But what's to say about future movies, like the future Marvel Avengers movies? They're going to recast him? Who knows? But I wouldn't be surprised if Marvel Studios or Kevin Feige decided to part ways with Jonathan Majors, because shit like this always happens all the time, where actors get dropped. And another thing, before I continue on with this article, what about Ezra Miller? Why didn't he face any consequences? He didn't lose his role as the Flash. He only walked away with a slap on the wrist. I've made videos about him, so if you want to check that out, go ahead and check out my videos on my channel where I talked about Ezra Miller. You know what happened. He harassed people, he assaulted people, he committed a breaking and entering. He's done a lot of real serious things, really bad things. The unidentified alleged victim claims Major struck her with an open hand, causing substantial pain and a laceration behind the ear, according to the complaint. She also alleges that he put his hand on her neck, causing bruising and substantial pain. Majors remains represented by a talent agency, WME, who did not return BuzzFeed News' request for comment on its client. Majors was released from custody on his own reconnaissance with a limited order of protection. The actor is expected to appear before a judge on May 8th. That's real soon. We're only going to be hearing a little bit more on May 8th, so you'll just have to wait and see. Until then, guys, what do you think about Jonathan Majors' situation? Obviously, it's not looking good. The PR team, his own PR team, and his management company has dropped him. They let him go. And that's sad. Like, even the Army pulled down that ad that they recently released with Jonathan Majors in it. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, just people just backing out, all because of an actor that appears in their property, just got themselves into a little bit of trouble. There was no verdict. I am so sick and tired of, not necessarily cancel culture, but like of major studios and companies just pulling out actors out of their projects only because they got themselves involved into a little trouble, where legally they're not exactly guilty. They're still innocent until proven otherwise. I'm so sick of this. I'm really sick of reading news like this, but I gotta talk about this one in particular because Jonathan Majors is involved in Marvel Studios films, and he's like the big bad, supposedly set for the next 10 years. He had his life set for the next 10 years where he was gonna make great income for the next decade. It's just crazy how somebody like this, of this caliber, of this status, can lose everything. Again, we'll just have to wait and see. I hope Marvel Studios does not drop him, but I'm not gonna hold my breath either. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on the bell notifications so y'all don't miss anything. And as always, I'll see you all in the next comic panel.